Yes, yes, because I mean we all know who the gentleman is. So, as I said, but we are someone now. I've suffered this.
You've gone through a lot.
Yes, before, you know. Okay. And as I speak, the case is a cold case.
Okay.
Because as I see, you know, they've not really captured anybody or arrested anybody for that. So for a very long time, it will be a cold case everywhere around the world. If a case is unsolved, no, only a cold case, only the eyes to so. So yes, exactly. So for you to come and say your man, exactly, and it's sad. I mean, I went through a lot. My family went through a lot. My kids, especially my wife, you know, they had to go and revisit the Yafimu Dada. Yes, you know, and easy, you know. So I said no. I mean, I'll take him on to come and prove that I make and so yes, and I met the Deputy Attorney General as we speak. Your friend Sremsai, Honorable Sremsai. Yes, na Okuta case no at the time. Only your court. Your court no na. I think say Cynthia me refini do waka baby nyankopon fa ne bro. Yes, yes. Ni firm no eno ye onu ni lawyers at the time. Yes. So they came to court.
Okay.
And say patrol, they want us to bring the matter out. I mean, you know, at the time we were present, said no, we want to proceed. But you know, you know, we had a lot of meetings. Even Honorable A+ Cry was sitting in several meetings, you know, and I mean, my intention was not to punish anybody. It was just to make sure I clear my name exactly, you know, because I dream Bonibia, you know, so you know, and I say okay, cool. My name is lawyers and I said okay. Once everybody is saying oh fache, unia bema any idea no fache, you know, I said no problem. My wife didn't come say oh I mean. Exactly. So spoke to my lawyers, we went back to court. Then the court in the said, oh yeah, we've come to some sort of an agreement.
Okay.
Usually who the same court will be here. Say agreement na more agree with you know. You need to tender in that agreement or court. Then to pass as a consent judgment.
Okay.
Because court there has to be some sort of a judgment. So we had a consent judgment. The consent judgment was so apologize and then also pay my legal fees.
Lawyers.
Yes, you know, so because I mean I think the decent thing to do, because at the time I'm issuing 1 million Ghana cedis. Oh yes, meaning court I think it was 1 million. Into and I'm it's okay, fine. No, there's no problem. It's not even about the money for me to start with. You know, so we don't my lawyers. Then I need just an apology, you know, so that we set the record straight. What I say. So I think we came to that agreement and we took it out of court.
Okay.
I think 2023 more. You know, but I mean typically of him, the NLS at the time 1 year.
1 year.
You know, 1 year, I think say somewhere this week, you know, Wababaye.
Okay.
So, make I say, Wababaye, no, before Wababaye, no, my new lawyer, Cephas Boyo, yes, at Boyo at law, yes, on any team, no, had to follow up on the judgment that we got in 2022. Okay. Usually, when your judgment is any pakuno, and yet the court, you have to go and enforce the judgment. Yes, go enforce the judgment. So I think my lawyers, Cephas Nini team, especially Cephas leading the team at the Nisa court to try and enforce the judgment, you know. So during those times, I think, you know, usually if you don't go by what the court says. No, there are consequences.
Okay.
Yeah, there are consequences because that's why you take the thing to court to start with. Inti ebanisano, I think say now. On one who said at the end because eventually any year man, it will not all go well for him. So he called Cephas Boyu, Esquire or Fred. So Obe Babe Tenasina. So yes. So my lawyer reached out to me and said, yes, he share and all that, and I'm like, oh, I mean, for me, there's no point, we don't know the SCA, yes, we are share dada, so I think the call came on Monday. My lawyer met him and his team, I think on Tuesday. And at Tuesday now or Wednesday now, or they'll release the apology, So, I mean, for me, the most important thing, I think, say, Namini join you, say, Kasa. No, sometimes what's the way forward? I'm like, most importantly, I think, say, he should look at sorting out the lawyers, yes, the legal fees, yes. Then that's about it. I mean, me, actually, me. I'm not keeping anything in me. Yes, I don't know. A trim one, a trim. That's how I look at it. Yes, young fashion call. Obi Obonia and all because be power. Because in the past when we met, he's come to say, oh bro, I'm sorry. What can say your man then you go back and do some of these things. But hey, sign a reality. So that's how.
The legal fee is
100,000 Ghana cedis.
100,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
100,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
1 billion. 1 billion.
Yes. It was 300 actually, but at the time they negotiated with Honorable Srem Simon and Omotesuba 100.
Okay.
So he's supposed to pay that fees to the legal.
Maybe some question about this same legal fees.
Yes.
Was this same legal fees? This same Shatta a call? Was it another interview? And I know what can say. Initially, you were suing him for 1 million.
Yes.
1 million now, we sue we see legal fees, and a legal fees no 1 million. Then he made a video and said, "Say you were a joker." Now, if you were smarter, and can a Godfather Leslie be fair? Now, over Panacho Nanka Waji, on 6 can come 100,000. If you were smart, you would have taken the $100,000 and forget about everything. But you want to show that. That's the same.
I know. And I mean,
so he rubbished it in the media as though who said for $200,000. Question.
And to start with, I have nothing financial to gain in this whole thing. Say Sikana Mipa, Nangaze say Mijina Court was still with them 1 million Ghana cedis. But I'm like, hey, I think the decent thing to do.
1 million Ghana cedis here,
Yes.
10 billion.
Yes. 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 So that was what I was going for initially. What you say? But
And now what is Waba?
I mean, so
Maybe I wanna.
the point is there's no money for me.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
yes. Because what I'm saying is that if I was sticking to the 1 million cedis, if I had sued and went to court, went to trial and won the case, 1 million beba me change. Yes, for damages near there. But in this case, there's no money issue. Me, all I wanted was the apology. Sikana ye kamu say no. Legal fees are Uber file paper.
No, yes.
Lawyers 100,000 cedis. Titi 1 billion.
Oh, wait.
And yes, Kibia, so on those cabibri, So when me lawyers a Juma my year, on my co-op and on my file papers, to go and to serve rates near the yes, the Kitwa, constantly being to court, back and forth.
I mean,
yes, so I know me lawyers Juma.
Okay, good.
So for me, there's no financial gain in this whole thing. The most important thing was my reputation, and to come and cast aspersions and I say person obegumi hu fin obeka asema me nkaye this anyoma I think it's only fair to set the record straight, you know, and na why you know, yes, so you better not go pass.
So what the channel?
Oh, media channel that because I think what would be the essence to hold on to Sanyomano? I mean, a bit trim me up good. Oh, me you be me keep your idea with me. What you say? I mean, a CAC. Oh, then you move on because you can't stay in one place. You can't be at the same place all the time. Mentally, it's not healthy. What you say? So me, and yeah, I mean, he's done worse. To me, he's done worse. You know, maybe on another occasion we can sit down and talk. Yeah, he's done worse. And then no cry. I glossed over it, moved on. You know, and the reason why I moved to court and they say me, I think say no, Obi say I think say MC. We spoke for almost 2 hours. Okay. Me, I don't take the world seriously because me say yen chewo ha. Okay. But if there's something I want to take seriously in this world, I am my wife and my map. Those are the only things I take seriously. Me, I don't even take myself seriously because I am farmer. Yes, what you said. So, for me to be still here and I have 4 kids, 4 beautiful kids and a beautiful wife. For you to try and put me in a situation where I cannot see them, take care of them, be with them as a family, it's dangerous. Wrong. So that's why I had to go to court and say, look, I mean, what are you trying to say? Where did I say that? Do you have proof of what I have said? At which point did we speak on matters like that? You know, I mean, he said plenty things. So can you be brave? Or can be brave? Yes, So for me, it's not about keeping anything inside. It's just allowing it to go, heal and move on. And that's how I've been here, you know, all this while. So to me, this annual share nipemu. Obi wa uyena dia onto me fancho. But doing that is unhealthy. Wow, be proud. Yes, so we media channel that before we were we media channel that.
So if so back say managing bioma as
ejumani dey there be.
Please, I've not asked you.
Ejumani dey be. You know, so let me also try and clear something here. Now, there was a time I'm in Nija Ejuma. You know, then we started working again. Now, a lot of people misconstrue that. Say, yeah, I didn't also need Ejuma biom, granting interviews near there. You was sign Ejuma. Now, this is the trick here, or the true story. Maybe to me, baby, it was xylophone. Now, me a boss war. And now, my former boss, and I'm still on crowd, my boss, no person signing or signing Shatta. Okay. About a xylophone. Now, to be able to do that, you need to seek my consent.
I remember that you said.
Yes, you need to seek my consent. So when you say, "Menini Jumana," me say, "Menini Juma be me san call or there be man san call." Now me meet xylophone. Now me Juma. At the time we had signed Stoneball, we had signed Becca. Joyce Blessing, Kumi Guitar, Obibini,
and even some of the actresses and
yes. But xylophone music, I was taking care of the musicians. Now I did not taking care of the actors and actresses. Okay. So me wahona, me boss friend me say, me person me no meeting inti Brana Yankasa. You know, so me do on okasa one person who sign Shatta, but Shatta say only me what problem we should try and solve the issue before blah blah blah. You know, and that day I me call no, my name says like some sort of ambush, and that day now about mini namu kaza obekutu so me na me so we here because me meyi sade na fi mitimu da. So that's how come we had to settle my case before, because it will be very difficult. I work with all the artists. It will be difficult not to settle that case before I ever sign in.
Yeah, and just quickly to Arnold, because I was also part of the xylophone family. the first working relationship was different from the second working relationship.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the first working relationship between Bull and Shatta was that close. He was managing him directly. But Xylophone set up, we sat there as the top management kind of, we were a label. And then now all the artists had their respective management. So the managers were answering to us. We were giving them the necessary resources to do it. So it wasn't the same dynamic.
You know, now Julio was in charge of him at the time. Yes. And in the team. So the big Shakra, Julio in the team, yes. You know, and Arnold will tell you, I mean, I was there with him in the office the whole time.
Air conditioning. No problem.
You know, so that was the working relationship. But sometimes in Crawford, so I have a few people, a few friends, I'm say, oh no, you cry today, as you do this, you go work with us, you can't apologize again. No, it's not about that. You know, that train has moved long ago. I mean, there will be no working relationship. Shiani baby, no, or say, oh, Shiani, I met you, like I'll respond. I mean, there's no bad blood here. Yeah, there's no bad blood. There will be no need for any bad blood. But say, you best say, Kwako age, my dear, there be a bedding. That's why.
Ola.
Sorry, man.
Oh, ever said we know Asamoah na yenyan puma CBI. So there's little to be said about it. And the home now no Asamoah fan no wa baby chechim a classic maka there's my and a baby a chicha abuana one kosan. It's nipa na obefumu finally wababe patcho wakuma toyem the can say obetua legal fees, which I know say you pushy obetua. So
yes, pushy.
I just saw pushy. It's I think that it's okay so long as you nipa na identify on affected so long as say yeah PC I think we are good to go. Yeah.
Empress, industry near woman, and I say, we are senior woman. So, we know Tawa and Akasakasa, the ideal avenue, so Kusiki redress no air court. Yes, over the period, and we don't admonish so be back of 2 or 5 tax. No. Will be a problem. And industry name na for it will be at a point one year careful bit will be now so obekasati will be say we call into a certain transaction back be feel so and that other stuff. And the most appropriate route also BR fan is to go to the law court. Now we could seek redress, and I think that's exactly what Bulldog did. Now asemi ko be nyina no the hard drink kakra for a microphone million and me I believe say Asamoah since 2014 a homo pano a Fennec nebusia any boo. And I'll start with Fennec there. Empress Fennec you could now with the only 31 and your tip platform is to say it's Fennec was one of the most influential personalities were in the industry. He was like a stalwart, just like Buna. He was huge, like very influential. Apart from the behind the scenes for the industry, not on that level. It's in will not ever had dream pie. Now, the person make Kai Busan for you. The only data make I say Busan for no when say anytime I will be in Indiana, probably exactly. And it's been since 2014. So almost every time once there's a Fennec, there's a mention of Fennec Ochi, it brings back like
pain,
trauma, pain, any the KK council. A hard drink say every time we are on the banner. Now me a short was a phone big deal bobo, so no still now could decide to trust them, could say no, and blah 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 blah. That's Fennec in the Busian. Now when you come to Bulls in the Busian, indeed, because me you follow story from the beginning. Apart from your closeness with Fennec any bull, you signed the idea which year for a period. Now I know say in 2014 the book got them for 1 month. Or what's a book when you problem because a story be on I think it's a Raz or one of the newspapers. Now or she sell it or so. I think it's attractive as a story. Only a problem because they move for a month. Now I remember I said or he talked about how the wife phone say broom the Kuala were heavily affected. At the time I mean law courts back and forth to the time about discharging no say any the kind of negative cloud that hover over your head. You understand? So you can imagine usually he acts tough and all, but that episode no cool. I don't think that he would want to wish it on even the worst enemy. No. Then you buy a new mouth to 2012. Now yes, I can't say no. Yes, and I totally agree 100% with the action we'll take here. Considering the come in 2014, and then perceiving most of us say okay, you know, on Kuala, and Kuala because of internet and IT need to know. Charlie, they more no. And considering the fact that you're public figures, no, unbeknownst to you, no, not yet discussing like you can imagine the kind of trolls they will take your case through and all that stuff. So he is sitting there, no, he's going through a lot for this particular case. It is now 2022, so you resist our same way. Now you are bringing the Fennec family into the picture again and bringing Bulldog and his family into the picture again, which is so unfair. It's an action we will take here and may support on 101% because because you want your biggest calling is to protect your offsprings, and that's what he's doing in the family, and that's what he's trying to do. It's legal fees. No, I don't see why it should drag because, like he said, courts not are my certain directive. So one follow then all drag them, and I'll plead with Wale in the group. They say they should not drag it because now, like as I'm saying, the two families I see they are in contention now. It's the more you drag it, the more the Fennec family is always refreshed about how their kid died, the fact that you who kill us, and blah blah blah. And also Okala, or you see or mommy or papa or uncles or siblings, and you're fair to that family. Say even at this time I didn't hear court case no. We still one and then the move factor too. It's not fair to him and his family. It's a message Wale first. Let's kill this matter once and for all. After the apology, do the needful, pay the legal a normal process. So who accuse you being a castle blah blah, you pay legal fees. Legal fees you can put their form. It's a message. Say for the sake of Boo family and the Fennec family. Yes, let's kill this matter once and for all. Then let's give the rest to the police. Because it's still our court case found, we still need to figure out who did that. Maybe you two innocent families, let's let them relax and sleep.
Okay.
Yes, Boo, why are there? Yes, you have done well because as we say, Empress, Minister, now follow us.
You follow.
Said,